Hey YouTube, Harley Day Rider coming back at you once again on the 2011 Harley Electra Glide here in southwestern Pennsylvania. I was going to take you guys, I was sitting at home and I was thinking, man, I really want to take a ride on this back road. My wife's out right now, she's out watching her, my stepdaughter, her daughter, play a softball game at Penn State University. And I thought, well, it'd be a good time to go and take a little journey. And I'm going to do a little Triple X Deadhead here. And this is Triple X Deadhead. If you caught that at all, I don't know. I was going to take you on a road. I turned into the road and found out it was a tractor path, and there was a tractor on it. So it was pretty interesting. So I'm going to take you on these rolling hills up here that we talked about the other day. And I told you I took a ride there with the shorty helmet, with the half helmet, and I wish I would have filmed it. So that's where this video is coming from. We're going to take you for a ride on this road that I found the other day, and take a little journey, a little stroll here through the countryside. Now we rode the other side, the far side of this hill here. We did ride this a few times, but this side I've never brought you on. And I thought it's nice out here. It's about 62 degrees. So I threw the leather jacket on, grabbed the full face helmet, grabbed the Drift HD camera, threw it on the helmet, thought, let's take a ride. So here we are. Taking a ride through these backcountry roads here. A lot of farmland up here. But there's one place I found in particular I thought would be really, really nice to shoot some video and show you guys what it looks like. We're not far from my house. I'm only about maybe 3 miles out from my house, so I'm not real far. This stuff, this land is all around us. Here it is here. Look at this. Look at these rolling hills back in there of Pennsylvania, huh? Yeah, we do have climate change, you know, yeah, we do have seasons here. Hopefully nobody comes behind us. But just the view over there of that hillside, you can see all the foliage, all the leaves are changing colors. And I just thought, man, this is beautiful up in here to be able to do a little bit of video. Let me try to stop right on this ridge, right about here. Yeah, it's just a really nice area up here. Got some low-lying cornfields, if you can see them right here in the front of me. And then just hillsides as far as you can see. So I thought this is a really, really neat place. Beautiful leaves are changing colors. Hope nobody's coming behind me there and wipe me out. But alright, let's get moving. But I just thought this would be a nice little place to stop and show you a little bit of our gorgeous Pennsylvania landscapes. I thought it'd be nice up here if somebody come up here and be a painter. It would be pretty nice. You know, come up here and do some painting and sketch all that or paint that. I mean, I don't have that talent, of course. I'm a long-time photographer, and maybe I have to bring the camera up here and grab some pictures of that. Play around with them with some Photoshop courses that I teach online, some Photoshop classes. But yeah, it's just a beautiful place out here. This back road I found is just really gorgeous. I don't know what they're growing right here. Some kind of beans maybe or something. I don't know. I don't know what that could be. Maybe even pumpkins. I don't know. A lot of cornfields right in there though. Pennsylvania has a ton of cornfields. This is like the Corn Nation, I guess. Now I think Corn Nation is, I can't remember. We have at our school, we have a FFA, which is Future Farmers of America. And each year, the kids give a presentation about different states. And I know they told us what state is the corn capital of the world, or corn capital of the United States, anyway, the country. And I don't believe it was Pennsylvania. But I figured I would come out today. You know, you sit in the house and you're like, oh man, I got a ride. Look at this crap on the road. That's not nice. Bunch of junk on the road here. At least it's not wet. Anyway, that's a good thing. You know, must be this guy mowing right here. He must have mowed all this crap out here. Yeah, that was nice of him. Thanks, pal. Thanks, pal, for loving motorcyclists. Putting a bunch of crap on the road. So yeah, this whole area here, you know, has been developed for years. I mean, a lot of these people own, like, you know, anywhere from an acre to 5 acres. I was thinking that's my friend's house, but I don't think it is. I think it's further down. Now, maybe that is it. Yeah, well, anyway. So yeah, this land up here, people either own like an acre or more. You know, they can own more than an acre. Some of these people own hundreds of acres. And when the gas well industry came here to Pennsylvania, to southwestern Pennsylvania, actually, if you want to look it up, you would look up Mount Pleasant Township, Pennsylvania. Mount Pleasant Township. If you look up Mount Pleasant, you're in the wrong area. The gas well industry came here about, I don't know, 5 years ago, and started surveying the land because apparently we have a lot of Marcellus Shale drilling, a lot of Marcellus Shale gas around here. And a lot of these farmers are struggling. A lot of these farmers around here just wasn't making ends meet with their beef, you know, with their cattle or with their horsing trade or whatever they were doing. And the gas people came along and said, look, you know, we want to put a drilling rig up on that hillside, blah, blah, wherever. You know, we're willing to pay, you know, $5 million to you, $3 million to you. And the funny thing about that, then they give them what's called the mineral rights to that gas. So they end up owning something to the fact of, you know, they'll say, well, for every, however it's measured, cubic feet, cubic yard, however gas is measured, we'll give you X amount of dollars every time we draw gas. Well, so a lot of people became overnight millionaires. Now, with every overnight millionaire story, there always has to be one of those downsides. Folks, everything's not... See, here's some stuff right here. These are gas holding tanks, if you can see those. The valves you see in the ground right there above those with the silver things on them, those are actually vent pipes that allow that, you know, I call it the shit gas to escape. There's no real smell up here around it because natural gas doesn't have an odor. The odor is put on top of that as it's coming to your house or before it's delivered to your house in case of a leakage. But the downside to all this drilling was, I guess, people had in-ground wells. You know, there's no city water out here. We have city water. I live in a little, what's called a, I guess for the better word of it, a community, a housing plan. My wife always laughs because I call it the gated community. Atlasburg Heights is what I call my little town. But it's really not. We live in like an old, it's old coal mining homes, and we've remodeled it a lot, so, you know. Well, there's my you know again. Anyway, the downside to it with the wells is, I hope that dog's too old to run. Yeah, it looks like you just ripped your whole back tire off your bike. The downside to the drilling is the natural wells that people have became contaminated with this drilling sludge. They put a chemical in the ground, they shoot it with high pressure water into the ground. And then they was taking those water beds, and they was taking them water beds, and they would dig like a big pool in the hillside. Well, the water beds were leaking, and they were leaking into people's wells, and it contaminated the wells. So then the people wanted to turn and sue them. Let me clarify this. If somebody pays me $3 million for my house, you know what? Shit on the house, shit on the property, I'm moving. You know, $3 million is a lot of money. You know, then you can get out, move away. I mean, come on, seriously? I don't understand that at all. Oh, well, people are greedy. Natural in the world, people do get greedy. I don't know. It's like $3 million is a lot of cash, you know. I hope a bee just didn't sting my leg. That really hurt. But people didn't want to move away. So people sued to get these drilling companies. These are, it's called fracking. I think it's F-R-A-C-K-I-G, fracking. And they sued these fracking, which is independent companies, for millions of dollars. A lot of these people won money. So you get $3 million for your property, then you're like, oh no, you screwed my water up. And then they get another, you know, $2-3 million for ruining their water. Yeah, well, you know. So then what happens is these fracking companies start laying people off. We have people here, we call them transients? Transients. These are just people no more than the gold rush was in California back in the settler days. Remember when they took out their all their horse and buggies and they went across, you know, the great trails, and they went to see the gold. That's exactly what this was. This is the great gold rush. So we have a lot of people coming in and out here from Texas, Arizona. These are guys, you know, that work for the drilling industry. They kind of follow it around. I call it, just my opinion now, I call it like a traveling circus. Wherever the wells go, the circus goes with it. Yeah, well. And I told you before, you've heard all my hype and all my BS and all my griping about bicycles driving on the road. No, that's not true. Just gotta find a safe place to pass this guy. Now, you heard me talk about the water trucks. That's the downside. All the water trucks around here. That's the bad side of it all. They're tearing up the roads, and we don't get millions of dollars. We don't get anything for it. We get nothing at all for the bad roads and everything, except buying new shocks all the time. So, but that's what's been happening to the Pennsylvania farmlands, at least around southwestern PA where I live. You know, I'm gonna take a ride down here. This ride is actually going to be for my old pal Sam Smith. I told him I would take this ride. So anyway, folks, I'm going to leave you go with that little country ride there, and I'll come back with the next video, and you'll see the next part of this here. Not with this one, I don't think. So I've been talking long enough. It's going to be in another video. I don't know what this stuff is on the road here. It's black stuff. Could be just tar showing through. I have no idea. Definitely got to be careful. Don't want it to be oil or grease. Alright, folks. I'll talk to you here on the next video. Harley Day Rider, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please shout my name out there every now and then so I can pick up some more subs. Have a great day. Take care, everyone. See ya. Harley Day Rider, down and out, southwestern Pennsylvania.